Today on Eagle Nation News, Nico Ray takes a look at Charles R. Drew. How did he influence the use of blood in the medical field?
Kagan Ewell sat down with Haley Baird to uncover what it's like to be a talented photographer. How has looking through a lens shaped the world around her?
And finally, Ashley Parskell will be in studio with Marin Vandigriff to raise awareness for a local homeless youth shelter.
All this and more today on Eagle Nation News.
Live from Prosper, Texas, this is Eagle Nation News.
Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Tuesday, February 13th. I'm Tyler Winden.
I'm Christina Folsom.
And I'm Cameron Silva.
Today we start out with partial federal funding in Texas. Cameron?
That's right, Tyler. President Trump has proposed a plan which entails that the government will pay for 20% of infrastructure fees in cities, specifically affecting the completion of I-35 West, and pay for runway improvements at DFW International Airport.
There was a new PetSmart opening on Preston Road, which will include a Texas Cares cat adoption and rescue area. Texas Cares is a nonprofit organization whose goal is to free cats from kill shelters and find homes for them.
Many become rather uncomfortable when they see even a slight drop of blood. However, Charles R. Drew, being a doctor, was no stranger to blood drives. Nico Ray reports.
In our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it. We shall overcome.
Charles R. Drew was an African-American physician, surgeon, and medical researcher. He lived from 1904 to 1950. During his life, Drew completed his bachelor's degree at Amherst in 1926. Then in 1928, he enrolled at McGill University in Montreal, Canada. He was a top student and won a prize in neuroanatomy and was a member of Alpha Omega Alpha, a medical honor society. Drew went on to conduct research in the field of blood transfusions and later on developing large-scale blood banks in World War II. This enabled medics to save thousands of lives. In addition to his work, he became the first African-American surgeon selected to serve as an examiner on the American Board of Surgery. In 1950, Drew traveled to Alabama to attend the annual clinic at John A. Andrew Memorial Hospital. He was driving around at 8 a.m. on April 1st. He lost control of the vehicle, crashing into a field, flipping the car 3 times. He was pronounced dead half an hour after he received medical attention. After his death, he received numerous posthumous awards and was featured in the United States Postal Service's Great American Stamp Series in 1981. His name appears on educational institutions and medical centers across the United States, and there's a memorial bridge named after him in his hometown of Washington, D.C.
In our eyes when we joined together to sing it, but we still decided to sing it.
Thank you, Nico. After this commercial break, Kagan Ewell highlights Haley Baird's talent with the camera.
Radio with Edge is changing. What exactly is going to happen? Could it be country? Or maybe hip-hop? Or could it be some smooth jazz? Big things are happening. But what exactly? Find out February 14th.
One student has a unique gift with photography. She produces professional-grade photos, only having a couple years of experience. Kagan Ewell shines the spotlight on Haley Baird.
Haley Baird is a junior at Prosper High School who has a special talent with photography. Throughout her years using a camera, she has slowly developed her skills to a professional level at a young age.
I would just see really quality images like on social media and just like on different like Instagram and Twitter, and I was like, I want to create stuff like that and just make really cool pictures.
Haley has what I call the eye, and it's more than just being able to manipulate the camera to get what you want. It is a spatial relationship that you understand what's going to compose a great photo.
At like 13, I got my first DSLR camera and kind of just started experimenting with photography, and that kind of led me to portrait photography. Portrait photography is really just like the act of taking photos of people, and so it can be like formal portraits, it can be informal, environmental, it can be studio portraits, anything that involves people and like people's emotions and that sort of thing.
I want them to know that they did something excellent, that they were great at it. And no matter what they choose to do in life, they're going to know that excellence inside of them.
In order to advertise her business, Haley has created her own professional website which showcases her skills.
I created kind of like my business from my hobby. I just kind of realized that I enjoyed taking photos so much, and then I had people kind of asking me like, hey, can you do a shoot for me? And there for a while I was like, yeah, of course, and like we just do it, and it was just fun. I'm hoping to be probably either in New York or Boston or I don't know, a major city, and just having a cute little apartment and having photo shoots and just kind of living out like what I'm doing now, just on a greater scale.
Whenever you understand it innately, that's something I can never teach, and when I find it, it's really special.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Kagan Ewell.
Thank you, Kagan. When we come back, Ashley Parscale is in studio with Marin Vandigriff to discuss the City House gift card drive.
Student Council is selling underclassmen shirts to wear at the Spring Sports Pep Rally on February 20th. Come out to the PHS practice field Thursday night at 7:30 to see Prosper Lacrosse take on Keller. Good luck to the following future teachers as they compete at Taffy State this week. Radio with Edge will be flipping their show format beginning February 14th at 3 p.m. Permission forms to enroll in dual credit courses next year are due to the counseling office by March 9th.
Here in studio to provide insight about City House is Ashley Parscale, joined with Marin Vandigriff.
Thank you, Cameron. I'm here with sophomore Marin Vandigriff. Thank you for joining us today. So you are currently doing volunteer work. Can you talk more about that?
So I volunteer as a part of the City House Youth Advisory Board, and my job on the board is to provide awareness throughout communities and schools about youth homelessness, and I want to do a gift card drive to help with that.
How does purchasing these gift cards help contribute towards the cause?
So by purchasing a fast food gift card, you can help with their outreach program. There's 3 main programs, one that helps with infants to 17-year-olds, one that helps with 18 to 22-year-olds who age out of foster care, and the outreach program. And by donating this, you would help kids on the street who need a meal.
That's awesome. I really hope that this becomes a success for you. How long have you been doing this kind of volunteer work, and why did you choose this certain program?
So I became a part of the board the beginning of my sophomore year, and I chose City House because I think it's really great that they help at-risk youth and teens in the area, because I think it's really relatable, and I think it's really great what they're doing.
I agree. I think it is really great. Well, that is all the time that we have today. Thank you for joining us. Christina?
Thank you, Ashley. Now we send it over to Max Hamilton in the Eagle Zone with a quick sports update.
Thank you, Christina. Last night, the girls' basketball team competed in the bi-district playoffs against Frisco Centennial and won 62-33. Coming into the game, Centennial was placed in the 4th seed and Prosper in the 1st. In the game, Jordan Oliver had a double-double with 30 points and 10 rebounds. Also, Mackenzie Hewitt went 4 for 6 at the three-point line and finished with 17 points. In soccer, the girls were playing away against the Colony at 7 o'clock, and the boys are facing off against the Colony as well. Their game is at home at 7:15. That is all I have for you today. I'm Max Hamilton reporting from the Eagle Zone.
Thank you, Max. That's going to do it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Cameron Silva.
I'm Christina Folsom.
And I'm Tyler Winden. Live long and prosper.